Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I have the pleasure of checking out the Pixel 4a from Google. Now, this phone, I know as you know, has recently been released, but I feel like it's already been around for years in the sense that I have already watched hours of unboxings and comparisons, tips and tricks videos, reviews, probably a lot like you have. But when I found out that I was going to be getting one for myself from Google for review, I was excited because, to be honest with you, this is my first Google-made phone since the Nexus 1. Now, you OG people out there that have an idea of what the Nexus 1 is, you know how long ago that was. So I was excited to check out my first modern Google device. So this is my take on the Pixel 4a. Now, when you first think of the Pixel 4a, a few things probably come to mind. One, it's made by Google, it's made out of plastic, it runs pretty well, it's got an amazing camera, and it's cheap. Being made by Google is a big one. You get slick integrations with Google services, flawless connectivity with other Google devices like their Home and Nest products, and other Pixel devices like the Pixel Buds 2. The other thing that I love is the setup itself was super easy. Using the included cable, it sucked everything out of my Galaxy device quickly, and I was up and running in no time. Google also leaned in heavy with their design mantra, simple, clean, and functional. Not to mention that I am totally in love with their Google Mini products. That cloth texture that they put on those guys, and the case that they have available for this brings that over as well. This super nice tactile feel is available for the Pixel 4a as well, which is pretty freaking sweet. Now, the plastic body seems to be causing a few waves in the community, and to be honest, I wasn't sure how I felt about it either. I'll say this, the phone industry right now had me thinking that the plastic wouldn't cut it, right? It wouldn't feel premium, right? Premium is glass. Glass is heavy. And as Boris the Blade tells us,
the weight is sign of reliability.
However, my time with the Pixel 4a has proved different. It's light, but not so light that it feels cheap. The inclusion of headphone jacks directly speaks to the target customers here. Those who want a great device, but on a budget. They'll let you use any earbuds you want, wired or wireless. Pretty sweet. Keeping with the idea of budget and their budget customer in mind, I think what saved it for me is the fact that the plastic body wasn't glossy. A glossy black body, in my opinion, in general, kind of reeks of a lower cost device. So that matte black finish kind of did a great job there. Now, basically what this kind of comes down to, in my opinion, the way that I kind of look at it, is if it looks like something that Bruce Wayne would have in his pocket, sign me up. So one of the areas that they did also choose to kind of cut back on and save some cost is wireless charging. The 4a doesn't come with it. And someone like me who loves wireless charging was a little bit disappointed, but at the end of the day, I still have the USB-C cables everywhere in my house, so charging this guy wasn't that big of a deal. Now, another area where I was really pleasantly surprised with the Pixel 4a was just how well it ran. Now, I've seen a lot of reviews where people are saying, well, it doesn't run very fast, it's got a lot of snags, it kind of hiccups a lot. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure exactly what they're talking about. So far, I've had a very fluid experience. Now, keep in mind, I totally understand this is not a flagship device, right? Playing games, doing heavy intensive stuff like that with graphics and stuff, yes, it doesn't do well. It's gonna struggle a little bit. But to be honest with you, getting around from app to app, strolling through screens, browsing the web, doing everything that I do just from a productivity standpoint from my daily usage on Twitter, watching videos on YouTube and things like that was absolutely fantastic. The other thing that I've noticed that a lot of reviewers are kind of bringing up is that it only has one speaker, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I hear audio coming from both ends of the device. Now, that might be some technical wizardry and there may really only be one speaker, but I've had a great experience and I felt like I've had stereo sound when I'm watching movies and YouTube and all that kind of stuff. So am I wrong? Hit me up in the comments section if I am wrong, but I'm pretty sure when I stick my ear up here, I get audio. When I stick my ear down here, I get audio. So what's up with that? Let me know what you think. Now, all you Pixel fans will probably already understand this, and this is kind of secondhand to you. You all kind of expect it, but the ease of access for for the Google Assistant is mega on this phone, right? Being able to swipe up from the left or the right corner to just kind of bring me into that mode. Hey Google being available at any moment. It feels like I've been using this feature on a lot of different phones, on all of my other Android phones before this, but this feels like a different experience. The voice dictation for it being able to hear exactly what I'm looking for has been better than on any other device. Google really polished up their voice control features on this device, and I'm absolutely loving it. This just shows that no matter which feature you kind of pick out on this device, Google has done a great job of making it delight you, right? I think that what they've done is they said every feature, we want people to be impressed and experienced with the overall experience. And so that speaks to the larger idea of they just want this phone to be a pleasure to use. And I think, personally, they've accomplished that. With that in mind, where better have they done that than on the camera? Oh my goodness, the camera. The camera on this guy is fantastic. And this was also a surprise, right? 12.2 megapixels on paper is not that impressive. And the industry tells us that you've got to have 48 megapixels and the lens has got to be by some big name brand manufacturer, right? And that's what premium is. But I would challenge you to take a look at the pictures that this camera takes and tell me that they are not amazing. Now, when I unboxed this device, right, I got the box in the mail. I didn't get to it until later on in the evening. I didn't have my lighting on. I had my backlights on. The conditions were not ideal, right? I turned on the device, opened up the camera, flipped it to the front-facing camera, and it ended up taking, even on the front-facing camera, a really nice low-light picture thanks to Google's software, right? They did an amazing job there. So I got super excited with that photo. I ran outside, threw it on a tripod, pointed at the sky, and in my neighborhood, I got a picture of the stars. That right there is what it means to surprise and delight somebody, and Google has done a great job. So here's some other pictures that I took just to kind of give you an idea of what this thing can do. None of this has been edited in post-production or anything like that. These are raw photos exported from the device right to your screen. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that can take those pictures and pick them apart and say that this isn't a great camera or it's not the best camera on the market. And sure, I get that. But at $350, that is a major bang for your buck, in my opinion. Being able to just open that guy up, turn it on, point it at something, and get an amazing looking picture with great definition, nice bokeh, a lot of really nice features, just so simply, right? It's probably one of the easiest and best camera experiences I've ever had on a mobile device. Now, with all that said, again, at 350 bucks, this is a steal of a deal, right? I've used devices that are way more expensive than that. I've used devices that are cheaper than that. And $350 seems like for the type of device that you end up getting with the Pixel 4a, I feel like it is just such a solid device, right? I feel like you're gonna get everything that you need from a phone, right? Unless you're an intense gamer, you need some like major graphics abilities, right? You need that massive, you know, unless you need a 48 megapixel camera, which I still can't figure out why when this thing takes such good pictures, right? At $350, I feel like this is a bargain deal. And again, this is my first Google device since the Nexus 1. And you Google Pixel heads, guys, you guys have been shouting from the rooftops, and I probably should have listened earlier, but I'm finally understanding what you're saying. But as usual, guys, I'm curious to hear what you guys think. Let me know down in the comment section if you have any questions, comments, concerns. Hit me up. I try and answer as many comments as I possibly can, because at the end of the day, the goal of this channel is to help you guys make a better tech buying decision. But as usual, guys, that is it for me, and I will see you in the next review.